I was just getting to the question. We were talking about the border. I was just getting to the question regarding Haitians. We're getting reports that they're coming through a very, very dangerous pass through Panama right now. I don't know how far they are from our southern border, but that's the end goal, and they will end up here. I'm sure you're being briefed by Customs and Border Patrol. Will anything be done?
Well, I can tell you 3 weeks ago, I sat down with the foreign minister from Panama. She came by my office, and we talked about what they're seeing. Panama, as you know, is right on the juncture between South America and North America. And what has happened is over the past several years, there have been massive numbers of Haitian immigrants who have fled Haiti and have moved to South America. Well, the word has come out in the Haitian expat community that the borders are open under Joe Biden. Come north, and you could live in America. And what the foreign minister of Panama told me is just this year, they have seen over 80,000 Haitians crossing north illegally through their country on the way to America. And she also said that she has been calling repeatedly the Biden administration, the Biden White House, the Biden State Department, the Biden Homeland Security Department. She said they won't talk to her. The Biden White House will not even call her back. They don't care about the topic. She says she's gotten, I think, one call back from the State Department. They don't care at all. She convened a meeting of, I believe, 11 foreign ministers of Central American and South American countries who are dealing with this massive crisis. You know, you think about it. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they're not just screwing up our country. They're screwing up countries all across the Western Hemisphere, and for that matter, the rest of the world. And so you've got 11 foreign ministers sitting down talking about the migration crisis caused by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They asked the United States to attend. The United States refused to send the Secretary of State. They sent instead an underling from the State Department. So you had 11 foreign ministers and one Biden administration underling, because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they do not care. You ask, what are they going to do about the Haitian crisis? Nothing. Zero. It's not a problem to them. In fact, we know what they're going to do. Joe Biden saw a picture of a Border Patrol agent on horseback. Now, I get to the Washington Beltway crowd, they're very confused on what a horse is. They've never seen one. They have difficulty telling the front end of the horse from the back end of the horse. And some of those folks in Washington, they saw the agent holding reins and suddenly grasped by pearls. The reins became a whip, and it was worse than slavery, which is what some Democratic congressmen have told us. Now, we all know that was utter and complete horse crap. Why? Because it wasn't a whip. It was reins. It's how you steer the damn thing, but nobody in Washington knows that. Sadly, we saw Joe Biden decide, and he went on national television, and he said the Border Patrol agents who did this, and I guess that this means actually patrolled the border and tried to do their job, he said that they will be punished. Michael, I know a lot of those agents. Those agents are American heroes. What Joe Biden did was disgusting. For the President of the United States to target and single out the heroes of Border Patrol for punishment for doing their job, it is ridiculous. It's an abuse of power. But frankly, it's the only option he has, because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris promised the radical open borders left they would never, ever, ever enforce the border. And they apparently intend to keep that promise. And if they're not going to enforce the border, they have to attack their own Border Patrol agents and then count on the corporate press to be silent about the millions of people being physically assaulted, sexually assaulted, imprisoned, trafficking drugs, trafficking people, suffering and misery and death, all of which is being caused by the politics of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.